anything I could have done better as a cancer patient? He did tell me that he was like, Jacob, we kissed for 20 minutes. Dude, 20 minutes? Just kissing? I was like that made me think of my adolescence, right? You know, when you have your first kiss and all you do is kiss, and I was like, oh, that's beautiful, man. Like, don't let go of it. That's such a beautiful moment, you know? And then it made me think of my current relationship. We've been together for 6 years, and I was like, we don't even fuck for 20 minutes. Are you kidding me? And in that 20 minutes, we might not kiss. 20 minutes? Dude, because that's such young, early relationship stuff, you know? You know that stuff where you're like, I'm gonna fuck you all night long. Could you imagine if I went home to my 6-year fiance and I was like, I'm gonna fuck you all night long? Dude, she'd be like, I'd like to see you try. Yeah, right, we have to work tomorrow. You're not fucking me all night long. Yeah, man. Because that's what it's like after a 6-year relationship. It's the best, man. This is what it's like after 6 years, okay? It's not that sad. This is I love it, man. This is true love. She walks in the room and she's like, lay down, shut up, don't move, don't talk. And I love it, dude. I'm so excited. You know, I'm brushing the chip crumbs off my tummy. And I go, oh boy. Because we're so efficient, man. It's the best. Dude, we have sex like it's a business email. You know? We're going down on each other. We're like, hope this finds you well. Working through a lot of stuff. I'm working through my psychosis right now. I dealt with a lot of psychosis because of the drugs I was on. For those of you who don't know, psychosis is something that you can hear things that aren't there, you can see things that aren't there, and it can cause a lot of rage, a lot of anger. And it was really tough for me because I couldn't justify my anger. I couldn't figure out what was making me mad because it was such silly stuff. You know, for example, I remember I was watching the TV and then I would hear the water running and it would make me so mad. And I'm sure you guys are like, Jacob, that's autism. We checked, it's okay, we did. But, okay, here's another one. This is one that was really silly, didn't make sense why I was so mad. Do you guys know the song Escape by Rupert Holmes? Okay, for those of you who don't know, you'll know the song. It's, if you like...
Hi guys. How we doing? Good, cool. Keep it going for Jacob one more time. Make some noise. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Love it here. Love it in Cincinnati. Love it. No, it's great. You guys are cool. It's awesome. I had that chili today. Except I'm lying. Why would I ever fucking eat that? It's fine. No, I'm sure it's awesome. But no, Cincinnati's great. I had a great fucking day here. It's so fun here, dude. We went to a baseball game. It was awesome. We loved that. God, go Reds. Go Reds, man. I've always said that. I gotta win you back after that chili thing. Go Reds. I've always said that. That was my first words, actually. Was go Reds. No, I had a good day today here. I had a good day. It was fun. I was having a great day. And then for some reason, I opened up my Instagram DMs, and then I stopped having a good day because I got the first DM in my messages was from an account with no profile picture and 3 followers, and their message to me was, "You look like the final boss of lesbians." So they were correct, I guess. Considering how... No, that's fine, I get it. They got me. They got me pretty good. Are there any lesbians here tonight? I know. No, I know. Yeah, dude, shout out lesbians for real, though. Yeah, I always get that. People either say I look like a lesbian or an Australian. So, you know, regardless, I'm going down under, right? But I get it, you know, I wear that with a badge of honor if someone calls me the final boss of lesbians, right? But like, saying final boss though, it's a little bit much, I think, right? It's a little gnarly, saying final boss. Because if you say final boss of lesbians, that implies the existence of like, a bunch of other shit. You know what I mean? Like if there's a lesbian final boss, if there's a final boss of lesbians, then that means there's like lesbian mini bosses, right? There's lesbian dungeons, right? Sounds pretty sick. Right, like I'm picturing like if there's a lesbian final boss, dude, there's like a whole lesbian video game, right? That's what you're saying, right? I'm picturing like a Legend of Zelda style video game, but lesbian mode, right? Lesbian of Zelda. Majora's Mask. There's only ever about like 10 people who fuck with that joke. But I'm not stopping, okay? I stand by it. I stand by that joke, okay? Yeah, thank you. I'll take it. A forced applause break, but applause break and all that. But it would make sense though if there was a lesbian final, like a lesbian video game. I'm still on the topic. If there was a lesbian video game, right? It would make sense though. It makes sense that the final boss, like, it would be a straight man, right? That makes perfect sense, right? Like I'm picturing, like imagine you played the lesbian of Zelda, right? You've made it through all the lesbian dungeons, right? You've collected all the sacred straps. You know, you make it to the final boss room and it's me. It's me and I'm fucking playing an organ or something, like. I've been expecting you. You know, we're not so different, you and I. Join me. Join me. Think of everything we can accomplish together. Think about all the Subarus we could buy. Thanks for being here, guys. This is cool. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. It's very good to be on tour. My first ever world tour. It's awesome. Very cool. I'm very excited to be here. Very happy. Thanks. And I love touring. I love being on the road. I love traveling for shows. I love touring. I'm so happy to be back on tour. But I hope my bus doesn't burn down this time. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice, guys. For those of you who don't know the lore, if you're like the fucking boyfriend who was brought here, I see a few. If you don't, you all right? Someone's up there watching like a horror movie on their phone. I'm talking, pay attention, I'm talking. Yeah, if you don't know the lore, I did like a big tour in 2022, a big North American tour in 2022. If anybody was here for that one, sick, thank you. But on that tour, I had a bus, and all my stuff was on it. And then, one day in the middle of the tour, at like 3 in the morning, our bus did this cool thing where it caught fire. The whole fucking thing burned down. We lost everything. It fucking sucked. It was terrifying. It was really scary. It was like, nobody was hurt. We're all good. Like, everybody's safe, and that's a good thing, right? But like, it's fucking scary. It was very scary to go through that, right? And like, people always ask me like what it was like to be on the bus when it was on fire. And it's like, I never know what to say to that. Like, it's like, warm, pretty warm. Pretty warm, actually. Warmer than you'd like. Warmer than you're used to. I just never know what to say when people ask me, like, what it was like to be on the bus when it caught fire. Because when the bus caught fire, dude, I wasn't even on it! That's so embarrassing, dude. That's the worst part of the whole thing for me, straight up. I don't even have like a cool story. I can't say like, yeah, I punched the fire. I threw the fire out the window or something. I don't have anything cool, man. When the bus burned down, dude, the bus burned down in South Carolina at 3 in the morning. And when that happened, dude, I was in my bed at home in Toronto. That sucks. You guys don't know what it's like, dude. Because when I tell people, like, my bus burned down, right? It's like, it's weird. It feels like I'm lying, right? Like, because it happened to me, but not really, right? Like, I feel like I have bus fire stolen valor, right? You know what I mean? Like if I ever, like, encountered someone who was actually in a bus fire, they'd fucking see right through me, dude. Be like, no fucking shot, dude. What battalion were you in? So it feels weird, man. I do feel bad for my bus driver though, because he was on the bus. He was driving it, shockingly. But yeah, dude, and it sounded scary from like what his retelling of everything was like really fucking terrifying. Apparently he just like, it just started getting really warm and then he turned around and there was just fire everywhere. Scary, right? But apparently, dude, the first thing my bus driver did when he saw the fire, obviously, was call his wife. Which is sweet, right? That's really nice. That's very cute. But hey, man. How about firemen? How about those guys first, though, right? All my stuff is on there. You're not thinking about my stuff, buddy. I feel bad for him, dude. And apparently the only thing he said to his wife when he called his wife was, sorry, honey, gotta go, the bus on fire. What did that do? You just made it so much worse for your fucking wife, dude. God, it's crazy to think about, man. It's just like, it's so crazy to think about him barreling down the highway at fucking 3 in the morning in a bus that's on fire. Just fucking going, like, losing his mind. Apparently he had to, like, pull over into a ditch. He'd, like, drive into a ditch. He had to dive out and shit. He had, like, smoke in his lungs. He passed out, apparently. This man was having the worst night of his life. And while that was happening, I was just fucking honk-shoeing in my bed like a loser, dude. While the bus was on fire, I was probably kicking the sheets off my legs because I was too warm. Fucking idiot, just being like, oh, this is the hottest a man can be. I always think about what I would have done though, right? If I was on that bus when it caught fire, I always think about what I would have done, right? Other than die, but I don't know what I would have done, right? Because like, stop, drop, and roll, right? That's what you guys have here. Is that the fire safety thing you have? Stop, drop, and roll. Okay, cool. I don't know. It could be different here. I don't know. In America, right? Oh, shoot the fire. I don't know. Shoot it. Shoot the fire, call it a slur. I don't know, man. So, okay, it's good that you guys stopped, drop, and roll. But like, I don't think that would have done anything if I stopped, drop, and rolled in the bus that was on fire, because it's an enclosed space, right? I would have just spread the fire around. So I don't know if stop, drop, and roll would have really done anything. And you know what, while we're on the topic, I got a little bone to pick with stop, drop, and roll. I think we're good to get rid of the stop. Seems a little redundant, right? Who's doing that? Who the fuck is doing that, right? Could you picture someone on fire? Picture a man on fire, right? The most pain you could be in, right? And he's just like, oh my God, this is the worst pain, oh my God, kill me please, oh my God. What? Almost forgot step one. Oh my God. Like, who's doing that, man? You guys are fun. You guys are cool. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, guys. Bless you. Does anybody watch my fucking YouTube videos? Crazy coincidence, man. What are the odds, man? All of you. Crazy. Guy who doesn't know how, like, advertising works. Like, how'd you all... Whoa.
You're the one who wanted to get pictures.
No, that's cool, thank you. For those of you who don't know, I make YouTube videos on the internet. I've been, like, a full-time YouTuber for 6 years now, which is fucking crazy. Thanks. Thank you. And I love my job. It's amazing. It's so much fun. It lets me do cool shit like this. Like, it's fucking awesome. I love it. I love my job. It's so fun. It's exciting. It's it's creatively fulfilling as well. But like, I don't know, being a YouTuber, it's just so, I don't know the word. It's just so easy. Like, it's so fucking, God, it's so fucking easy, guys. It's bullshit. It's bullshit how fucking easy it is, guys. Please listen to me and believe me. It's so fucking easy. It's horseshit. I feel bad. It's crazy how fucking easy it is. I always get really upset when I see those fucking influencers that get on their fucking TikToks and they're like, guys, seriously, this is hard. Trust me, you wouldn't last a day. You try walking a mile in these shoes that were sent to me for free. This is hard. It's fucking bullshit, man. If you're a YouTuber and your job is hard, skill issue. That's your fault, okay? That's on you. Figure it out. Get good, okay? But there's a lot of YouTubers out there. There's actually a lot of YouTubers out there who seriously think their job is difficult, straight up. It's insane. I actually found out this year that there's several YouTubers out there who think the hardest part of their job is their dick when they talk to minors, and it's like... Yeah, it's just like, just don't do that. And it's super easy to not do that. It's pretty crazy, man. But yeah, I think just for me personally, I think the only difficult part about being a YouTuber is just explaining to my grandparents. Because they don't understand what I do. They never will. I've tried several times. Every time I tell my grandparents I do YouTube, they're like, that's great, what's Bono like? It's just like, different generations, man, it's weird. So I feel like if that's the hardest part of my job, is just explain to my grandparents. If that's the hardest part of my job, I got it pretty easy, right? It could be a lot harder, right? I feel bad for the people who got to explain to their grandparents that they have an OnlyFans. Guys, everything, I think we can all agree, right? That would be a difficult conversation to have with your grandparents, right? that'd be a little tricky, right? But obviously, before we go any further, I will say, just to be clear, if you have an OnlyFans, if your fucking friend has one, if your grandparents have one, like, that's fucking sick, dude. Airdrop it. That's awesome. That's great, right? We support sex workers, man. Sex work is real work, okay? Exactly, yes. Sex work is real work. And also, I don't want to be I would hate to be the fucking straight man to fucking come up on stage and just shit on sex workers. Even though some of them are into that. I don't want to kink shame, it's all good, right? But no, sex work is real work, I do believe that. But that phrase though, sex work is real work, that's always been like a little silly to me. It's always made me laugh, right? Sex work is real work, because like, what is real work? Right, I think that's up for interpretation, right? That's like a very subjective term, real work, right? Because like, when you say sex work is real work, like what do they mean? Like, are the sex workers, like, are they in the mines, right? I don't know, like, are they building railroads? Like, are they up in like cubicles in an office building? Like, what is real work, right? Maybe when they say sex work is real work, maybe they're talking about like those like fucking like blue collar, like hardcore oil rig workers in like the middle of the ocean and shit, right? Who are just like, yeah, just pulled a 100-hour work week. Dude, actually, you know what? Now that I say that, I think sex workers need to start promoting their shit like those guys do. You know how fucking effective that would be if there were sex workers out there who's like a fucking guy in the middle of the ocean covered in fucking like a hard hat on. And he was like, just pulled an 80-hour work week straight tugging my shit. And then I pulled another 80-hour overtime of fingering my ass. Now, if your hands don't look like this. That'd be effective, man. They gotta do it. They gotta do it. But no, I believe that. Make some noise for sex workers, man. Sex workers. Yeah. Sex work is real work, right? They're not called blow hobbies. This is business, man. Business. Guys, I have a confession to make. I feel like I could be vulnerable with you guys. Is that all right? I could be honest. I could be. Okay. I have a confession. I did something bad. I re-downloaded Facebook. I know it's fucked up. I'm sorry. Actually, sorry, I fucked up. Should I say sorry? I re-downloaded Meta. What the hell's going on? We gotta get to the bottom of this shit. Why are they changing all the names of the apps? I'm scared. I'm confused, man. Facebook is Meta. Twitter is X. I know, is nothing sacred? What's next? They're gonna change the name of Musical.ly? Like, they better not. That's my favorite app. No, I re-downloaded Facebook. I did. I re-downloaded Facebook. But I feel like I had to. I turned 30 this year. Thank you. I turned 30, so I figured it was time to start assimilating into the elderly community, right? So, yeah, I re-downloaded Facebook, man. But you know what? As bad as Facebook is, there are some good things about it. There's a few good things about Facebook. One of my favorite things about Facebook, there's a lot of articles. There's a lot of them. None of them are from reputable sources. but you can still read them. You can. You're still allowed to read them. And I do. I read all of them. I read so many articles, man. I read all the Facebook articles, dude. I read one recently. I read a Facebook article that the title of this article was "Studies Show Ejaculation Can Help People Recall Specific Memories." Pretty interesting. But I was pretty upset because I feel like they missed out on a pretty good tagline for that article, right? Come to think of it, thank you. Thank you. Facebook's cool, man. It's so cool, dude. I like Facebook because, if you guys don't know, Facebook is a really good tool if you want to see which one of your high school classmates became real estate agents. It's pretty cool. Because, hey guys, somehow it's fucking all of them. How? Just like mathematically and economically, how? How? With that many homes, right? You're all gonna, like, what the, also, like, being a real estate agent, that is like an important job, right? You're selling a home to someone that they're gonna live in for like the rest of their life, right? The people I went to high school with, they should not have that responsibility. People I went to high school with, they should be dead. Okay? They should all be fucking dead, dude. They were all insane, dude. They're all fucking Batman villains, man. Every fucking last one of them. Dude, on my Facebook recently, I'm friends with a dude I used to go to high school with, and he posted a status on Facebook recently that said, "Sup fam? Just caught my realtor's license. Hit up your boy if you want a new crib." White guy, I'll sell it. White guy. And, you know, good for him, right? He has a career that he's excited about, right? But dude, so bad, I wanted to comment on his Facebook post and be like, "Hey man, remember when you pushed Mitchell down the stairs? At like 8 in the morning?" That's what I have a problem with, the time of day. Just get some lunch in you first, man. What the fuck? No, straight up, this dude was like a serial kid pusher. Like he pushed like 6 kids down the stairs, like, and that was like his thing. Like, and now he sells homes. Like, how does that fucking happen? That doesn't make sense to me, right? Because it's like, I hope he still doesn't do that. That would not go over well, right? Could you picture him showing a home, right? He's like, "Yeah, just follow me right over here. We got the kitchen, pretty spacious. We got the countertop here, tons of counter space, really nice over here. We got the pantry over here. And if you just follow me, this door right here leads to the basement." No, you go first. Like, I hope he still doesn't do that shit, man. Facebook's cool though. I like using Facebook because I can keep tabs on my family members. That's always nice, right? Keeping tabs on your family members, just to see, you know, like where they are, you know, just like for your own safety, right? Like, I like to keep tabs on one particular family member of mine. I like to keep tabs on my Uncle Chris. So you have some as well? You have I'm sure everyone has an Uncle Chris. They may not be named Chris, but spiritually and thematically, they're all Uncle Chris. Yeah, my Uncle Chris, he's been insane my whole life. He, for my 13th birthday, my Uncle Chris gave me 300 bus tickets. Not one more, nor one less. Exactly 300 bus tickets, like a ticket that I could give to a public transit bus driver, and I would get on the bus and go where I need to go. And that's, look, That's a cool gift, I guess. 300 free bus rides, right? Sure, but no offense to my Uncle Chris, he could hardly afford 3 bus tickets. So, you know, I asked my Uncle Chris, I was like, hey, where'd you get these? How did you acquire 300 bus tickets? And his answer to that was, well, I have a printer. Yeah, guys, my darling Uncle Chris gave me his 13-year-old nephew 300 counterfeit bus tickets, dude. Insane behavior. A crime. Fast forward a little bit. The first time I ever brought my now wife, Jenna, home to meet my family. Yes. I agree. The first time I brought her home to meet my family, it was at a family Christmas, okay? And you know, what do you bring to a family Christmas, right? You bring gifts, food, wine, flowers maybe, right? We brought all of that. My Uncle Chris shows up, 4 hours late, with a Tupperware container containing 2 snakes. Dude, 2 snakes that he found. And this was December 24th in Canada. It is next to impossible to find snakes at that time of year, dude. Is that why you're late? Is that why you're late, Uncle Chris? Couldn't find them? But there's snow everywhere. I can't fucking see these snakes, man. Fucking crazy, bro. But yeah, my Uncle Chris, he just posted a status on his Facebook pretty recently, and it was, his Facebook status was, finally out of Facebook jail. All right, I heard a few whats. Some of you are familiar with the term Facebook jail. So, Facebook jail, it's not like an actual like physical jail that you are sent to. Facebook jail is what weird middle-aged men call getting banned for like clearly violating community guidelines, right? And my Uncle Chris, he's a repeat offender. He is. He's been locked up a few times. He's institutionalized at this point, unfortunately. And you know, I'm sure you can assume why he is banned from Facebook all the time from what I've told you about him already, but I think the main reason my Uncle Chris was put in Facebook jail, he has a photo album on his Facebook, okay? A public photo album, may I add, titled, Boobs. Yeah, I agree. I get it. Boobs are sick. I think we can all agree on that. Boobs are pretty sick. That is the one equalizer. Boobs are sick. Pictures of boobs, rock and roll, right? Pictures of boobs are awesome. But hey, why public? Hey, Uncle Chris, why do we have to know? Why do we have to know what your favorite titties look like? Okay. Why public, man? That's insane. That's fucking insane, dude. The only reason I can like muster for like why that photo album is public, I'm thinking like maybe he has like some weird fucking middle-aged friends who are also locked up in Facebook jail all the time. And they don't know that you can find pictures of boobs on the internet everywhere. So they think the only place you can find pictures of boobs is on my Uncle Chris's Facebook. So whenever he's locked up in Facebook jail, all his fucking friends are just refreshing his page all day. Come on! I haven't seen a boob in weeks, bro! They go into Facebook headquarters like, free my man! He did nothing wrong! Uncle Chris is crazy. I haven't really talked to him in a while. You know, I can't even imagine like what my Uncle Chris's house looks like, you know? Like what the inside of his house looks like what's on his walls, right? Like, we know he has a printer. Scary shit, man. But, I mean, all jokes aside, I think Facebook is the worst one, right? That's the worst fucking social media site. I think we can all agree on that. Yeah, Facebook is terrifying. It sucks. There's a lot of, like, really harsh, evil opinions on there. There's, like, a lot of radicalization that happens on Facebook. There's, like, just misinformation and shit. Like, it's a really scary part of the internet. Especially, like, I see on Facebook, there's a lot of, like, propaganda towards like police officers. How do we feel about cops in here? Yeah? Okay, cool, good. Yeah, I agree. It's fuck cops. Always fuck cops. That's fucking. It's a weird job. You're a weird. Yeah, fuck cops, man. Yeah, that's weird as fuck. That's a weird job to have. If you're a guy who wants to be that, you're like a weird guy. It's a weird thing. It's a weird job. And that's coming from a fucking YouTuber, so that's crazy. But yeah, dude, there's a lot of like, I noticed on Facebook, there's a lot of weird pro-cop shit. There's a lot of like angry pro-cop shit. A lot of propaganda, as they call it, right? A lot of propaganda on there. But there was one video in particular that I stumbled upon on Facebook. This one weird pro-cop video I saw that I needed to talk about because it was the fucking craziest thing ever. It was, okay, so it was like just dash cam footage, okay? The dash cam footage of like a cop car, and it was pulling into like a suburban neighborhood, okay? And there was like fucking like ukulele music playing and shit, like cheesy, like royalty-free ukulele music playing and shit. And like there was a voiceover of it, and it was like, this New Jersey cop was called in for a noise complaint on some kids who were playing basketball too loud in the street. But when the cop showed up, instead of arresting the kids, the cop just started playing basketball with them. And that was the whole video. That was it. There was nothing else that happened. That was it, dude. And I was like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I need to go to the comments immediately. I'm sure everybody's hating. This is going to be really funny, right? I scrolled down to the comments. It was the exact opposite, dude. Everyone who left a comment on that video looked exactly like my Uncle Chris. Big fucking gray beard, dude. They're taking their profile picture was a selfie taken from like down there. And then every comment on that video was like, oh, you see, this is the side of cops the media will never show you. You see, libs? They're not all bad. That was every comment, dude, and it pissed me off because it's like, is that how low the bar is now? That's how low the bar is for police officers when a police officer doesn't arrest a child for playing basketball in the street. And he doesn't arrest them, and now everyone's gonna be like, yeah, good guy automatically. What the fuck? We're so cooked. We're cooked. We're done. That sucks. That sucks balls. That is terrible. That is terrible for us, dude. Because like, not arresting a child for playing basketball, if that automatically makes you a good person, I'm Mother Teresa, okay? I've never even thought about doing that, okay? And it's like, sure, base level, I guess, sure, it's a good thing he didn't arrest those little boys. But at the same time, I also don't want cops just fucking hooping all day, right? You know what I mean? That's a shitty allocation of their time and their resources, right? Like that's you know, I feel like they could maybe like solve a crime or something, right? Like, these are taxpayer dollars that pay their salaries, right? It's fucked up if they're just fucking like, right? That's kind of weird, right? If there's a cop out there who's just like, Sergeant, don't worry, if you hear about an active shooter, it's just me. I'm absolutely fucking... so stupid, man. But yeah, it's been interesting seeing the general public's opinion towards police officers shift so much in the last few years, right? Because it's changed pretty drastically for obvious reasons. But yeah, it's just interesting because like when I was growing up in like the 90s, 2000s, like when I was a kid, being a cop, like the way that they advertised it, like they were like superheroes. Like that was like all of my friends, like me and my friends, like sorry to say it, but the propaganda, it got me, okay? It got me pretty good when I was a kid. I hate to say it, but it got me. I was not immune. There was like when I was like 8 years old, I wanted to be a police officer when I grew up, which is crazy to think about, right? Me at fucking 8 years old, wanting to be a cop, just like fucking, diddly under West. No, I guess the handcuffs would be up there, right? I'd be so short, right? So, where do we under West? Some Ouija whites. Oh, stop resisting. Where are we going downtown, brother? Dude. We need more kid cops, man. That's so funny. But yeah, I just can't picture kids now in 2024 wanting to be police officers. Just with like how much the opinion has switched, like has changed towards police officers, right? I can't picture a kid now wanting to be a cop. Because if there's a kid today in 2024 who wants to be a police officer when they grow up, that kid is getting bullied. That kid is getting bullied so fucking hard, dude. They're walking to school, all their fucking friends are like, oh, here comes Officer Pussy, dude. Here comes Officer Pussy again, oink oink. Okay. Here comes the fucking pig again, dude, cool. They fucking jump them at recess and shit, they're like, oh, what? Where's your backup? That's crazy, I thought you had that. Where's your backup? How about you pull out your fucking radar gun, tell me how fast I can pants you, bitch. Times are changing, man. Times are changing. It's just like, I don't know, but people, they want to defund the police, right? That's a big thing. They want to defund the police, right? Yeah. A lot of people want to dismantle the police force. A lot of people want to replace the police force with maybe like a specialized group of people who are like specialized in like mental health crisis. And yeah, that's great. I agree with all of that. I think that will work out really well. But when people say defund the police, they're not really thinking big picture, right? They're not thinking of all the ripple effects that will happen if we actually defund the police, right? People don't think, man. Like, if we defund the police, say goodbye to donut shops, like, those are gone. You ready for that? Are you ready for that? Also, if we defund the police, the dog population is gonna go way up. What? I'm not the one who's shooting the fucking dogs, dude. It's cops, they do that, they shoot innocent dogs. But I think the biggest industry, I think the biggest group of people that will be affected if we defund the police is male strippers. They're gonna get hit the hardest, man, right? Because think about it, man, what's the #1 genre of male stripper, dude? It's cops by a landslide, right? So if we defund the police, right, and then a fucking cop stripper shows up, like, that's weird, right? Because that doesn't exist in the real world, like the fantasy's gone, right? You know what I mean? That's why we don't have dinosaur strippers. And that's the only reason. As far as I'm concerned. So I'm worried about those guys, man. I'm worried about those boys. I'm worried about those male strippers. But you know what? I think they're resilient. I think they're resilient. I think they'll figure it out. I think they'll find a way to adapt if we do that, right? So I'm picturing like picture this, a utopia, okay? Picture this, we live in a utopia, we've defunded the police successfully, okay? And picture this, there's a bachelorette party going on, right? All the girlies are there, right? They're turning up, right? They're boozing, they're drinking, right? They got the fucking penis cups, right? They're bumping fucking Charlie XCX, right? Like, the girlies are going after it, they're getting lit, it's awesome, they're having the best time, an awesome night, and then they hear a knock at the door. Maid of honor's like, who could that be? She walks over, right, she opens the door, and it's just like this fucking jacked, fucking handsome, tall, picture like a tall guy here. Really use your imagination here. Imagine I'm tall and hot, handsome and strong. This tall fucking this fucking stripper dude, this hot guy, he walks in and he's like, all right, which one of you is having the mental health crisis? I heard the bride-to-be has BPD. So do I. Big penis disorder. Yeah, those boys will be all right. They'll be just fine. You guys all having a good time? You having a good night? Okay, I'm gonna ask a little question, and if it pertains to you, you can raise your hand. I'll point at you, and then we can go from there. Okay, did anybody have to tell a lie in order to be here tonight? Did you have to lie to someone so you could be here tonight? Anybody? Okay, nobody lies in Ohio. Okay. Anybody there? Did you lie right here, dude? Okay, what's your name? Noah. Give it up for Noah. Who'd you lie to? You lied to your job. So what's your job? You work at American Eagle, okay. Damn. So was the eagle upset with you when you told it? There's like claw marks everywhere. Yeah, it's pretty upset. So what'd you tell American Eagle? You told American Eagle you had a headache. That's the best you could come up with? My head hurts. It's funny that you said that, because every time I ever stepped foot in American Eagle, I had the biggest headache in the world. It's because you're not there. So they believed it though? Yeah? All right. Everybody's screaming his ear so he gets fucking headache after tonight. No. But no, that's cool. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else tell a lie? Anybody else lie? We got two liars right here. Was this like a joint thing? You both lied together. Okay, cool. Okay, what are your names? Mia and Hazel. Cool. Give it up for Mia and Hazel. Who'd you lie to? Homecoming night. Okay. Dang. Okay, you lied to all of your friends to be here. It's pretty sick, actually. It's pretty badass. What can you say? Like, what was the lie that you said? Okay. Your lie was that you were going to the dance. Okay, so you just told all your friends, like, see you there. And then you were here. That's crazy, dude. with friends like that. Who needs enemies, man? No, but thank you for sharing. That's cool. That's cool. It's a little thing I like to do at my shows because it really illustrates, you know, everybody lies all the time. You're all fucking liars, man. You are, man. We're all liars, okay? And you know, we lie to eagles. We lie to dances, okay? We lie to our friends. We lie to ourselves, right? We lie all the time. It's a part of life, right? It's like. White lies like that, you know, white lies like that, harmless lies, those don't matter, right? Those are whatever, right? But it's, you know, the ones with consequences, those lies, right? Like the opposite of white lies.
Say it!
Now, what would that be? I mean, just like color wheel, right? Like, scientifically, optically, right? It would be black lies, right? Those would be black lies, the lies with consequences, right? And you gotta really, you know, like those ones you gotta, you know, because like black lives matter, right? You gotta really. We got there, we got there. And those are, you know, and when I was a kid, guys, I lied every day of my fucking life, dude. I was a dirty rotten liar. I loved it, and I was really good at it. It fixed every problem I had. It was fun. I got to be creative, right? It was really good. I loved lying. Like, it felt so good every time, right? Being a kid and getting away with a good lie feels the exact same as being an adult and jerking off. It's the exact same, straight up. It's the exact same roller coaster of emotions. Because, like, when you're doing it, when you're in it, you're like, fuck yeah, dude. This is sick. I'm awesome. This rules. And then the second you're done, you're like, what the fuck? This is who I am now? This is who I've become? But I loved it, man. I was so good at lying. I loved lying as a kid. I got really good at it. I got really good at lying to get out of trouble. So I needed something new to fucking scratch my itch. So I just started lying for fun. And dude, I was fucking so good at it, dude. I would lie every day for no reason whatsoever. And I got away with some good ones, some all-time lies, okay? I remember one in particular, one lie that I always think about. I was talking to my best friend, Cole, at the time. And him and we were talking about how much we both loved the new Harry Potter movie. It was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, if you must know. And sure, yeah, that's the best one. It's my favorite one, and this was before all that J.K. Rowling shit came out. So it was chill, right? So it was me and Cole, me and my good friend bonding over how much we loved a movie, right? AKA the perfect time for me to lie. So, for no good reason at all, I told my friend Cole that I was going to be in the next Harry Potter movie. I told Cole that I was going to be playing... I was going to be in the next Harry Potter movie, and then I was going to be playing Draco Malfoy's brother. And I also told him that my acting skills were discovered at one of my soccer games. I don't know why I said, like some fucking Hollywood executive would be at a random kid's soccer game. Never mind, they would. They'd be front row, unfortunately. But yeah, dude, I told him that, and he bought it. He fucking believed me, dude. He believed me. He thought I was going to be in the next fucking movie. And, you know, obviously there's a few red flags about... He was so happy, dude. It was so funny, dude. So, you know, this went on for long enough, so we decided to break the news to Eric. But, dude, sorry. It was so fucking funny, dude. I know it's fucked up. Because I know all of you were so nice as children. You're old now, you never did a bad thing ever. Okay, cool. But dude, it was so funny, dude. We had like so much lore that we built up around this shit. Like every day, like we would like always remind Eric. We had to be like, dude, don't tell your parents. Like, you can't tell your parents. Like they're gonna take you to a government facility. They're gonna do tests on you and shit. Like, it was so funny, dude. But we decided that it went on for a little too long, so we decided to break the news to Eric finally. And we did with another race. Yeah, I know it's fucked up, but it's funny, so it's fine. So, you know, the race started, and guys, we did it just as we usually did, but we didn't hold back this time, and we fucking cooked him, man. We left him in the dust, dude. Like, he's so fucking, dude, he's 5. He was 5. We were all 10 at least, dude. He's fucking so slow as fuck. Like, even for a 5-year-old, it's pretty embarrassing, dude. Like, we fucking cooked him. And when he made it back, finally, he was obviously a little confused, right? He made it back and he was like, but I have super speed. Yeah, so at that point we all felt pretty bad, right? We all felt pretty bad about what we did, so we kind of had to break it to him the best way we could, and so we were just like, hey Eric, sorry man, but like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. We got you so good, you dumbass. Oh my god, you're so slow and stupid, it's insane. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, we got him good, and that was, you know, that was the final lie I told. You know, I learned my lesson after that, because that was pretty mean. But you know, as mean as it was, like when we told Eric that this whole thing was just a lie, the most amazing thing happened. Eric started crying. And then he ran home faster than I've ever seen him run before in my life. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of weird.
So you're welcome, Eric. We gave him that speed boost he so desperately needed. We still having a good time tonight? We still having fun? Cool. Did anybody bring their friggin' parents tonight? Anybody got parents here? Yeah. Very cool. Crazy energy from over there. Love it though, love it. Any moms here? We got any moms? Any moms? Very cool. Mom. Cool mom. Mom moment right there. We got any dads here tonight? We got dads? Any dads? All right, cool. Dads? A dad, awesome. Rock and roll. We love dads. Huh? Well, you don't know how much that means to me. Yeah, dude, I love dads. Dads are awesome. I don't discriminate either. Make some noise for stepdads. Make some noise for the stepdads. Yes. We love stepdads, man. Dude, stepdads are so funny, just like conceptually, right? They're pretty funny to me, right? Stepdads are awesome. I love stepdads. I used to have one. Yeah, it's that part of the show. Used to have one, man. Used to have a stepdad. He didn't like walk out on us or anything. That would fucking suck, dude. Can you guys imagine a stepdad walking out on you? Holy fuck. That's gotta sting like extra hard, you know what I mean? Because like a biological dad walking out on you, right? Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what your kid's gonna be like, right? Like, what if kid pops out, you're not really rocking with him, right? You're not really fucking with his vibe, you know? Like, what if you have a son and he's just like slow as shit? Like, you can just hightail it out of there, dude, no problem. He's not gonna catch you, right? Like, so when a biological dad walks out in the family, you know, I can empathize with that, right? But a stepdad walking out on a family? Oh my god, that would suck, dude. Someone who like chooses to get to know everything about you and your family, and then he's like, fuck that shit, dude. That would hurt so much, dude. You're chasing after him like, no, don't take another step, Dad. My stepdad, he never walked out on us, he just, he died. Yeah, he died. He died last year. He died last summer. Back in 2018, he had like a really severe stroke, like the worst stroke you could have. And ever since then, it was just like a steady decline in health. And yeah, he died last summer. He passed away pretty much like holding my mom's hand. I know. Pretty fucking dramatic if you ask me, but you know, that's just me, right? A little dramatic, right? You're not gonna get the role in Harry Potter 4, buddy, okay? If I didn't get it, you're not gonna fucking get it, buddy, okay? Give it a rest. But yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough dealing with the loss of my stepfather. It's been really difficult because, you know, he was, you know, there's that like stereotype, a stigma in, you know, in our society that people, you know, stepdads aren't really like real dads, right? But like, but my stepdad, like he was there my whole life. Like he was there all the time whenever I needed him, ever since I can remember. Like he was my dad. Like he was always there for me, like not to be corny, but like, you know, he was the man who stepped up, right? Like he was the best. He was the fucking best. So make some noise for stepdads one more time, dude. He was just so cool, man. He taught me so much. He taught me about like the values of like hard work, patience, honesty. That one took a little bit. That one took a little while, but he was just the best, man. He was so level-headed. He was so cool. Like the only time he ever got mad at me was like when I was up late playing video games in my room. Because I would do that every fucking night. I would be up late in my room until like midnight playing fucking, you know, Lesbian to Zelda and shit. And it was, yeah, that was like my whole childhood. And every fucking night, my stepdad would come in our room and be like, dude, what the fuck? Seriously, stop. This is every night, please. Turn off your fucking video games. You have school like soon. And I'd be like, sorry. And I'd get up, I'd turn it off, I'd go back into bed, he'd leave. And then I get back up, I turn it right back on. I was a liar, we've established that I was a liar. And that was the only time he ever got mad at me, man. He was just so cool, he was so chill, dude, like, so it's been tough, man. My biological dad, he's still alive, and that's awesome, that's cool, right? But I'm sure you guys can tell the type of relationship I have with him, based on the fact that I still call him my biological dad. It's a dead giveaway right there. I'm good. Not right now. Crazy offer.
How about
No, I fucking get it. I was joking. Holy fuck. So yeah, what was I saying about my dead stepfather? Right, you can tell the relationship I have with my biological father based on the fact that I call him my biological father, right? It's a dead giveaway. I don't think anybody has ever been like, man, can't wait to see my biological dad later. He's so cool and normal. He's so cool and normal. There's no way he'll drink every beer on earth. They always do, man. So it's been tough, man. It's been really tough. And like, ever since my stepfather passed away, I've been trying to like just think of like why. I'm trying to think, why did this happen to him? It's just not fair. It doesn't fucking make sense. And I'm not a religious person, so I can't just be like, oh, God said it. Yeah, for sure. I guess it was his time. Good, for sure. I agree, God. Thank you for killing him, right? Like, I can't really fall back on that. So I've been trying to just like rationalize why my stepdad had to die, right? And I think I figured it out. I think I know why my stepdad died. I think my stepdad dying was the universe punishing me for having two dads in my life for too long. Let me clarify. Having two straight dads in my life for too long, like two male father figures, like straight dads in my life for too long, that's bad news, dude. That's one too many dads, right? Like two gay dads, that's awesome, right? Like they get shit done, right? Two gay dads, yeah, that's awesome. There's a reason you never see two straight guys raising a kid together, right? That's bad news, right? If there's like two straight men raising a child together, regardless of that kid's gender, they are naming that kid Michael Jordan. Full name Michael Jordan Batman. You know what I mean? They probably teach the kid to like walk on his hands as like a joke, right? they surgically implant like a bottle opener into his belly button or something, right? Like, all right, get out of here. Scram, you have ninja practice. You have skydiving ninja practice. Go on, get out of here. So the universe had to set things right, okay? I was playing fast and loose in the dad department, in the straight dad department, right? So one of my dads had to die. One of my dads had to die. And for the second time in my life, my stepdad was the man who stepped up. When nobody was asking him to. When he really didn't have to. And he rose to the occasion, man. You guys having fun at this part of the show? Speaking of roses and an occasion, we had a funeral for him. We had a funeral for my stepdad. Well, I guess we only had one, so I guess it was just a mural. But again, there's only like 3 people who like that joke at every show, but I'm not fucking stopping it, okay? We had a funeral for him, all right? And funerals are weird. Funerals are a little weird. I hate them. I don't like funerals. They're very strange. They're really weird for me, especially because I just don't like showing emotion, really. It's like kind of a weird thing about me. It makes me uncomfortable to show a lot of emotion, like in public, and I should probably be telling a therapist this and not you guys, but yeah, it just makes me feel weird. Like, I just don't want to bug anyone, right? Like, I feel like straight up, if I just like spontaneously combusted in front of all of you right now, I wouldn't stop, drop, or roll. I feel like I would just politely excuse myself, find like a corner somewhere, and just die like an old house cat, you know? Like, I just don't want to bug anyone, you know what I mean? So funerals are weird, and a lot of the people don't really coach you on what to say at funerals, right? They don't really tell you what to say to a grieving person, right? Because there's nothing you really can say, right? But there's those stock funeral phrases, right? You got the, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And it's like, did you fucking do it? What's going on? Fucking fess up right now. Oh my God. This changes everything. What else do people say? They go, oh, he's looking down. He's looking down at this. He's looking down at all of us right now. He is looking down. And it's like, dude, I fucking hope not, man. I was been here since 7 a.m. I worked really hard on this funeral. I hope he's not up in heaven just fucking looking down at all of this shit, like fucking judging, like L vibes. L funeral. Shit playlist. Why did Uncle Chris bring snakes again? People say crazy shit to you, man. People say crazy shit to you at funerals. Crazy thing someone said to me at my stepfather's funeral. I was talking to a cousin who I haven't seen in like 10 years. And, we were just talking, having a normal conversation, catching up. And at one point in the conversation, he turns around and looks at my stepfather's casket. And he says, that should be me in there. Yeah, that's what I said. Because what the fuck are you talking about? That should be me. Okay, I'll kill you right now, dude. I could fit another one in there, no problem. That should be me, dude. I'll never forget that. Because, like, what the you can't say that. You can't fucking say that, dude. You insane person, right? Like, can you imagine him saying that at a fucking baby shower? Right, just fucking standing in a corner, my cousin standing in a corner, like pointing at a pregnant woman's stomach, like, there should be me in there. What the fuck, dude? You can't say that. You're gonna go to jail if you say that, dude. Real jail too, not Facebook jail. You're gonna go to real jail if you say that shit. You're gonna put in your cell, and your cellmate is gonna point your asshole and be like, that should be me in there. Like, you can't fucking say that. That should be me in there, man. I'll never fucking forget that, dude. It's been tough, though. It has been tough. Dealing with the loss of my stepdad. I remember the night he passed. It was last summer. I was sitting on my couch. It was like 11:30 p.m. I was sitting on my couch. I was playing Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, awesome game. Okay, we got some gamers. Pretty cool. Yeah, awesome game. But little did I know, my kingdom was about to have some tears of its own. I get a phone call from my mom at like midnight, which is never a good sign when you have a deathly ill stepfather, by the way. I answer the phone, and it's my mom pretty much telling me that my stepdad had passed away. And it was weird. I started crying. I was like, what do I, like, I offered to go drive over to be with the family and everything, but, you know, we decided it probably wasn't a safe idea to drive with, you know, all the Tears of the Kingdom and shit, so I kind of just like, you know, we just like said like, sorry, like, you know, he's watching over us right now. He's looking down. That should be me. No. But yeah, I was just kind of like, okay, we'll figure this out tomorrow, I guess, love you. And then we kind of just like hung up. And it was just so weird, man, like, because before that phone call from my mom, my stepdad, he was in my life. I could go see him, right? He was here. But after that phone call, he was just gone forever. I was never gonna see him ever again. And it's weird, I don't know if you guys have been through this, when you lose a loved one who's really close, like their death, it happens to you, but not really, right? Like it's kind of like a bus fire in that sense, but it was just so hard, man, when I heard that he passed away, because there was just so many emotions going through my head, but like, it was just especially difficult that night because I was at like a really cool part of my video game. So that was tough. That was weird, right? I had like so like what? Because it'd be crazy, right? It'd be insane if like my mom called me. It was like, "Hey, your stepdad is dead," and I was just like, "Yeah, so is Ganondorf in a few seconds." Like that's serial killer shit, right? So I kind of just like when I hung up the phone, I kind of just turned my game off. Well, I saved it first. I'm not fucking crazy. I saved my game. And I turned it off, and I kind of just like went to bed. And guys, that was by far the worst night of my entire life. That was terrible. It was awful. It was the worst. I do not recommend it. It was terrible. It was the worst night of my life. But you know, there is sort of one kind of silver lining about that night that I keep going back to. It is nice knowing that the very last thing that my stepdad did in his life was finally getting me to stop playing video games so late. Like, he did it, man. He fucking did it. He did it. You know, okay. Fuck it. I'll do one more thing. Yeah, okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, the hater said he would never do one more thing. Alas, here I am. Now, I'll do one more thing. I'll tell you guys a story. I'll tell you guys a quick story that I like to tell because when this thing happened to me, the first person I told was my stepdad. And when I told him, he laughed the hardest I've ever seen him laugh. So, and you know, if he was alive today, I'm sure he'd like to hear the story one more time. So I'm going to tell the story for my stepdad. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this happened to me when I was 15. Okay, I was 15 years old. I had just got my first job at this like small like artisanal sandwich shop in my town. It was like a local spot. It was called McDonald's. And do you guys have that? Do you guys have that in America? Yeah, I worked at McDonald's, man. I worked in the kitchen at McDonald's. I was in the kitchen at McDonald's, and I fucking hated it. It sucked. It was the worst job ever. I was paid minimum wage. I had maximum acne. It was terrible. My shit was popping all over the place. It was disgusting, man. It was not food safe whatsoever. But yeah, but dude, my third shift ever at this McDonald's, I was accidentally scheduled for an overnight shift. Yeah, for those of you who don't work at McDonald's, an overnight shift is sort of like it's kind of like a regular shift, but it's more so just like overnight. But if you don't know, if you worked in the kitchen at McDonald's on an overnight, you're by yourself. It was just you, okay? So I was really nervous, right? I didn't fucking really know that much, and you're telling me I have to fucking man the kitchen? I'm a boy. How can a boy man? Just didn't make sense, man. I was really stressed. But there was one good thing I was looking forward to about this overnight shift, and that was the girl working the drive-thru. Yeah. Her name was Megan. She was really pretty. She was an older woman. Okay, she was an older woman. She was 18. Thank you, that was my impression of a Hollywood executive. Okay, that's it. That's the last one, I'm sorry. But I was excited, man. You're telling me I get to fucking stare at this girl for 8 hours, dude? I'm not gonna fucking talk to her. I'm the most 15 a boy could be, right? You're telling me I get to fucking look at her for 8 hours? Let's go, I'm fucking stoked. Fucking I'm gonna come. Right, like I was stoked, dude. I was so excited, man. A few hours go by in the shift, I'm holding my own, right? It's okay, it's going a lot better than I thought it would, right? And then 3 a.m. rolls around, pulls into the drive-thru, starts ordering, right? And then I get an order for a McChicken, pop up on the screen. Light work. Light work, no reaction, that's easy, right? Toast the bun, right? I put it in the box, right? I squirt some mayo on the bun, right? And then I hear Megan starting to argue with this person in the drive-thru. They're raising their voice a little bit, and this is like a mean old lady in the drive-thru, and they're yelling at each other. But I ignore it. I'm the most 15 you could be, right? So I ignore it. I move down the line. I put some lettuce on the bun, right? And at this point, Megan and the old lady in the drive-thru are screaming at each other. Like top of their lungs, they're fucking screaming at each other. Like they're going at it, calling each other the B word and shit. You know, and I'm there like, fuck, do I gotta step in? Megan, is she bothering you? I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I just ignored it. But I moved down, I put chicken on the bun, I'm about to close up the box. And in the corner of my eye, I see Megan speed walking towards me as fast as she can, like fucking angrily speed walking towards me, like so fast, dude. And like, in my head, obviously, I'm standing there like, okay, this is it, she's gonna kiss you. Odd time to do it, but that's okay. Unfortunately, she did not kiss me. What actually happened, Megan speed walks towards me, puts her hands on my hips, pushes me out of the way, looks me dead in the eye, and she says, "Give me that fucking McChicken." So, obviously, I'm rock hard. Fully torqued. Because I don't know if you guys have ever been a 15-year-old boy, but when an 18-year-old girl tells you to do just about anything, your response every time is absolutely. Anything else you require of me, my lady? So that's what I did. I said, yeah, there you go. You can have that chicken, no problem. So she walks up to the McChicken, she grabs it, she looks at it for a second, and then she shoves it down her pants. Guys, I don't know if you all heard me. Megan. My Megan. Shoved a chicken sandwich down her work trousers. Dude, and when she got it down there, it was a fucking full DJ set. Dude, like fucking... Like she got up every like dude, it was crazy. Fucking like... Every crevice that was down there, it was like crazy, dude. But when she was done, when she got there, I guess, she pulled the McChicken out of her trousers. She put it back in the box. She took it out of her box, she put it in the box. Okay, sorry. And then she closed it up. She put it in the bag. She walked over to the second window, and she gave that McChicken to the mean old lady in the drive-thru. Yeah, I'll never forget that. Craziest shit I've ever fucking seen in my life. I will never forget that. I actually can't. I've tried. Every time I close my eyes, I see it, okay? I'll never forget that, dude. I'll never forget watching that mean old lady drive off into the night with her McMegan. I'll never forget, man, being 15, watching that fucking mean old lady drive off into the night with her sandwich that was in Megan's pants. And in my head, I was just like, that should be me in there. Thank you. All right. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously, thank you. Thank you. Also, keep that going for my fucking best friend, Jacob Sharp. Yeah. Whoa! Damn. He gave me the 360. Damn. He never lets me see his ass. Finally. Do we have a good night? Up there, do we have a good night? Shit. All right. Well, you know what? Where's Oh, there he is. Cash. Let's get a nice picture together. Let's get a nice big. Give it up for Cash.
Get it,